Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ohio High School volleyball tournament action on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. I'm Mike Smith, along with Tom Beard and our producer, Dewey Daly from Logan High School. We've got a doubleheader for you tonight, and in our first regional semifinal in Division III, it will be South Webster's Jeeps at 23-2 against the Colts of Byesville Meadowbrook, also at 23-2. Our nightcap later this evening will be 24-1 Wheelersburg against 23-2 Adena. But Tom, as we have seen in recent years in this Division III regional, the Southeast District, because of the number of schools that are in it, have been getting 3 district winners come here, where the East, where Meadowbrook comes from, only gets 1.
It's a great opportunity for the Southeast, and we've had so many different teams that made the way. South Webster last year, very successful, and this year they're playing extremely well too.
Of course, South Webster went to the state Final Four last season as a Division IV team, but they moved up to Division III. That's, of course, based on student enrollment. Adena in Division III went to the Final Four out of the Division III bracket, but Wheelersburg has been here 6 years in a row. For Meadowbrook, they have traditionally been a Division II squad. They came down to Division III. That's, of course, the East District winner. But I think Meadowbrook has no common opponent during the regular season here, where Adena, Wheelersburg, and South Webster have common opponents. Wheelersburg split with South Webster during the regular season, and Adena beat South Webster in their season opener. So as far as the Southeast District team, no stranger, but Meadowbrook is the odd one out, so to speak.
And Meadowbrook's not been down here a lot either. So as you said, they're in Division II. So it's a different look. We expect Tuskegee to be down here always, and a few of the other ones, But this Meadowbrook team coming in again at 23-2, 16-0 in their conference. So obviously they've had a great year.
Obviously, you and I have a lot of experience with Byesville.
Oh, yeah.
For many years, we went up there for the Division III or IV girls basketball regional tournament, but I don't think we ever saw a Meadowbrook game because they were just the host.
Right, and we've got stories about that area that we can't even share.
Friendlies is the only one I can remember.
I can remember Mike. That was back before cell phones.
Oh, my.
And Mike waited at Friendlies for a long time for me or whatever. I was supposed to meet
You were there eating an ice cream cone when I got there.
Well, at least I was keeping nourishment because I knew I had a big night ahead of me. And we got in just in time to set up the equipment. And remember, we didn't get it tied down a great deal. And Meadowbrook's bleachers were really shaky, and we about lost our equipment that night.
Well, this is the way we do it. If you're new to our broadcast, we'll run down through the teams as far as their rosters, also some of their season stats, just to give you a little bit of an idea as to what we're going to be looking for here tonight. Let's run through the rosters, and then we'll go through some of their season stats. Meadowbrook is the newcomer for us, so let's look at them first. Taylor Sichna, she is a junior. Some of these kids don't have any heights on the roster for them. Addison Wiggins, a sophomore. Carly Launder, an outside hitter. She's a 5'8 junior. Ella Jeffries, she is going to be their lone setter, 5'6, a senior. Miley Arnold, defensive specialist. She's a senior. Mila Norman, senior, defensive specialist. Camden Black, outside hitter, 5'9". Megan DeVillas, a middle hitter, 5'9", senior. Kendall Cannon, middle hitter and a senior. Avery Black, a junior. Caitlin Hetty, defensive specialist, a senior. And Journey Nicola, a freshman defensive specialist. Their head coach is Kelly Zender. One of her assistants, Jeff Barrow, who used to coach for many years at Old Washington Buckeye Trail, he had a state championship team in 1995. For those people in the Siena Valley Conference might remember, now longtime Adena assistant coach Donna Atchison was the head coach at Paint Valley that year. They lost in the old 2 out of 3 format to 15 to Buckeye Trail in the regional final, and then Trail went all the way and won the state championship. But Jeff, who got out of the head coaching position at Buckeye Trail several years back, he is Zender's assistant coach. For Darcy Claxon's Jeeps of South Webster, Addison Claxon, freshman, 5'3". She is an outside hitter. Lauren Kaltenbach, a sophomore. She is a defensive specialist. Michaela Reynard, an outside hitter, a sophomore. Riley Reynard, also an outside hitter and a senior. Natalie Atkins, middle hitter, 5'11 senior. Bria Schubert, an outside, 5'6 sophomore. Mia Crum, a middle hitter, 5'7 sophomore. Bella Claxon, she was the Coaches Association District Player of the Year. She's their setter, 5'7 junior. And Skylar Zimmerman, an outside, she is a junior. Again, Darcy Claxon is the head coach. And Chelsea Howard, familiar name for a lot of people down Eastern Pikeway. Chelsea was a great volleyball player in her playing days back in the 2000s at Eastern, and then later was their head coach. So that is how they line up roster-wise. Some of the highlighted stats for both of these clubs. Let's look at Meadowbrook first. They have 5 players that have over triple digits in kills. They're led by Black with 324, 202 for DeVillas, 138 for Sichna, 126 for Launder, and 125 for Cannon. Now, South Webster has 6 kids with triple-digit kills. They are led by Atkins with 211, 200 for Zimmerman, 196 for the Raynard girls, 133 the other, 119 for Crum, 185 for Claxon. To have 185 kills in the lone setting position, it's going to be kind of like what we saw with Wittersburg's McKenna Walker the other day. You're going to see her put the ball in play a lot when she hits that front row. Remember, you cannot attack the ball when you're a back row player unless you're behind the 10-foot line. And typically you don't see a setter attack from the back row like that. When she does her thing, it's going to be when she's on the front row setting.
Well, the thing about Walker that we said, we'll make one more comment about that, is that she sees the court very well, so she doesn't have a real problem knowing where she's at. And I'll tell you what, that's a real key. But when you look at those stats and you look at all the numbers on both squads that have 100 or more kills, that tells you that they know how to pass the ball and how to set the ball, and they really like to share. So that's team play, and that's very much evident. And as you get at this level, at the regional level, you'll see those teams that come to the top, they're able to do just that and share the ball.
Players will be announced to this Logan crowd. The national anthem is yet to come. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament volleyball action on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you here at Logan High School. Talking about the old days. Remember when we were across the road at the Katie Smith Gymnasium, which was always their middle school. But that's where these regionals were held back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. You know, the thing about that is it just shows you how time flies. But it doesn't seem like it's been that long ago. But that has been a long time ago. And but we've seen a lot of great volleyball over the years. And with these teams involved in this today, I can't help but to think it's going to be a really tough competition. And I'm not sure anybody will go out of here 3-0, but time will tell.
Both winners tonight will come back in the regional championship match, which is Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Can remember, not that many years ago, the different divisions for the regionals played their semifinals on different nights. Maybe some on Wednesday, some on Thursday. But I think it seemed like when COVID came along a few years ago, that's when everything went to semifinals on Thursday, and then, of course, the finals on Saturday afternoon. And from a fairness perspective, everybody wants to scout the other team, and if you know you have a standard night you can go with, everybody's going to have either the same problems or the same successes getting somebody else to go over and scout. Of course, with services like Southern Ohio Sports Authority, I know for a fact that there's some coaches, including a few here tonight, that were watching some of those matches on Saturday getting their scouting reports. So it's a compliment to SOSA to get all those viewers, but it's made it a little bit easier. For some reason, I don't know why the other sports haven't done what football has been doing for 50 years, and that's exchanging video.
Right.
Where you get the opportunity without having to sneak around to find that video.
Yeah, well, things are changing, and stick around, they'll change a little bit more. So, but I think there have been some real positive changes through the years. Sometimes we dwell on the negatives, but I think we've seen some good things happen.
Meadowbrook, of course, as we mentioned earlier, from Byesville, they're the Colts. So that's their mascot. And South Webster down in Scioto County, they are the Jeeps. Of their 2 losses this year for South Webster, 1 came to Wheelersburg, the co-champs of the SOC 2, and Wheelersburg won the other matchup, and their non-conference loss came to Adena in Adena's first match of the season. And you had some info on the Colts.
Yeah, they lost to Bishop Watterson on August the 27th, and Lake Catholic, which is Mentor, on August the 27th. And I thought it was unique. That was August 27th. That's where their 2 losses come from. You look at the other side of the page, Adena and Wheelersburg happened August 25th and August 27th. So these teams may have got the taste of defeat early, but it was real early. And they've all obviously made some big corrections and played very well since then.
And you mentioned Lake Catholic being one of Meadowbrook's losses. They've been number 1 for most of the season in the coaches' Division III poll. So that's not, I guess, too bad.
Well,
you're getting beat by the number 1 team in the state.
Sometimes people say, well, that's a poll, but proof's in the pudding, and that team's been around, and that school's been around and competitive forever and ever. And so obviously pretty good.
Decent crowd filing in. Of course, the folks down in Scioto County, they had a decent drive to get up here, but I think it's about an hour 45 for the folks over in Byesville to get here. So not sure probably who had the farthest of the Scioto County or Byesville, but Adena might have had the shortest trip. But they have been great hosts to, I know the broadcast that we did here many, many years on radio, just super people over here, very cooperative, technology-wise, sharing their resources with us to get on the air and again here tonight. So we again salute everybody involved in running the tournament here at Logan High School.
Well, there was a guy, Steve Stern, that was here for a number of years, and Steve officiated basketball, but was also administrator here. Great guy, and this school has kept up with the times for sure.
Certainly a beautiful facility, as we have. I don't know that we've ever done a basketball game over here. I know, of course, Chillicothe played here many times, and WBEX, which covered the Cavs games for 100 years or so, they've made a number of trips over here, but I don't know that you and I have ever done a basketball game over here.
No, I've covered Logan on time to time, playing one of our conference teams, but that was always it seemed to be at our conference school. So not did a basketball game here that I can remember.
You can see the officials coming out. They'll be announced to the crowd, as will the players. And, of course, as we said, the national anthem will also be presented here this evening. Again, Mike Smith and Tom Beard with you here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority. Good to have everybody. Brock Netter coming up to say hi. Don't forget to shake hands with Dewey. And the whole SOSA team is here tonight. Now, that's what you should have wore tonight, that guy with the grass skirt going across the gym floor.
Well, my grass is too dead. I couldn't put it together.
You were talking about mowing the yard here a little bit earlier. And
that's what's got my allergies all fired up.
Our Star Spangled Banner coming up next. Excellent job. That's not canned music, folks. That's live.
He could can it. It's very, very good.
Very well done. Now the PA will announce all of the individual players. We've already given you the rosters for tonight. We won't repeat that.
Tell you what, Meadowbrook may be a long way off, but they got a really great crowd here.
Burnt orange, is that the color?
Yeah, kind of like West Jeff.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to West Jefferson?
Not to watch a game, but I've driven past the school a number of times.
Yeah, that's their colors. They used to be really tough in football because the ball and their uniforms just kind of blended.
Yeah.
And on the option, you couldn't tell if they was throwing or if they shoveled it off or whatever. So they were always pretty tough in football.
I had a chance to visit with South Webster coach Darcy Claxon as they were coming in. And Darcy, who's been here before, we told you they were the regional champs in Division IV last year and got to the Final Four, but she seemed a little nervous.
Well, really, at Sweet 16 level, if you don't get nervous, you're not normal. And so I'm sure that she is. But once the ball goes in the air and a couple plays are down, then everybody will settle in. But this is one of those things. You better bring your A game. There's no time for a B game.
Again, best 2 out of 3, 25 win by 2. There is no cap. If you need a fifth set, it goes to 15. We call it the sprint because you really can't afford to get too far behind. And that also no cap win by 2. South Webster and Meadowbrook had relatively easy time in the sectional and district. I don't know that either one of them dropped a set in any of their matches leading up to this point. So that's another thing. When you're a really good team, and maybe you've played some teams along the way that haven't given you that test, and then you jump into the frying pan against a top-class team, no matter how you're looking at it on both sides, it's kind of like culture shock, and it takes a little while to get your wheels underneath you.
Yeah, you better make the adjustments. You better make them quick. Another thing about that, when you brought that up, when you looked at the stats of these players, when you play a limited number of sets, then those numbers may not be as high as they could be if you were playing 4 or 5. But again, that happens. You got to be ready, and hopefully both coaches have prepared their people.
Meadowbrook, big announce to their crowd. And I believe South Webster will have the same courtesy afforded today. Number of area high school football teams still in the running. Of course, Jackson, they're still playing. They're hosting Granville tomorrow night. Paint Valley has to go all the way up to Harrod, Ohio against Allen East. That's up by Lima. And, of course, Zane Trace has a home field advantage against a very tough Cincinnati Minerva club. Washington Courthouse still in the running. So Portsmouth, they won. They're still going. So a number of teams in and around our area, Wheelersburg, and the traditional names that you hear, and the gridiron schedule still going in week number 2 tomorrow night. It's the third week that you start seeing the divisions break down to certain nights, either Friday or Saturday, throughout the state final. Both teams with their customary handshake at the net. And we'll get this thing underway here in just a matter of a few moments. Beautiful day outside today. A pretty drive up from our area to Logan, Ohio.
We've been really fortunate. The weather has really been good. One problem, we do need rain.
Yeah.
And it's a little scary about the fires in the forests and so forth. But as far as weather and the temperatures, we've been real lucky.
When I saw the forecast, what really made me happy, because I patrol the sidelines on Friday night, and it's going to be like in the upper 50s tomorrow night, so I was really tickled to hear about that. It didn't take much cold to stove me up real bad.
I'll tell you what, when you talk about inclement weather for football this year, the fans have had it made. It's really been a pleasant year.
Both teams on the court, ready to get this thing underway. Again, if you're new to the sport, the player that has the opposite colored jersey on their teammate side, that's the libero. She's in primarily for defensive purposes. She only has to rotate out one time, and then she can come back in when that person loses their serve. South Webster will serve first. This will be Lauren Kaltenbach to get this Division III regional semifinal underway. Here we go. First serve, passed up by Meadowbrook. Back set coming down off the attack, dug up nicely there by the Jeeps. Now the Colts coming right back out of the middle with a tip. Popped up by the Jeeps. Bella Claxon with a set. Tough handle on the outside. That's Launder. She's dug up. Now coming outside for Skylar Zimmerman, and that's a kill for Zimmerman. 1-0 Jeeps.
Well, passed the ball well there. Zimmerman really put the hammer on it, drove it right down the line, the baseline, and did a great job there.
1-0 South Webster with the lead. Kaltenbach still serving. Deep serve,
wow.
And that's just out of bounds. Service error. Side out to Meadowbrook. This will be Carly Launder to serve. Nice serve. Passed up there by the Jeeps on the outside. Tip attack, dug up, kept alive by the Colts, but they'll have to free ball. On the pass, Raynard. Now out of the middle attack, that's Atkins with a kill. 2-1 South Webster.
Coach Claxton's had good movement, great job, and so important to get that pass and get that good set.
Jeeps with the early lead. This is Bella Claxton, the setter. She's serving. Nice pass up there by Launder. Now out of the middle and pulled it wide. Number 9, Megan DeVilla's out of bounds. 3-1 Jeeps.
Had a lot of heat on it.
Good start for South Webster, up 3-1. Claxton again to serve.
Yeah.
That's an ace. Looks like
that was yeah. Claxton.
Well, it was Claxton, but the receiver Norman, she just kind of stood there and watched it. 4-1 Jeeps. Another tough serve, an overpass, and out of bounds. That's an ace.
Wow.
5-1 South Webster. Ace serve.
Bella with a couple good serves there.
Another serve by Claxton with a 5-1 lead. Clicks off the top of the net. Outside attack. Blocked by South Webster.
Was that Atkins in there? Natalie Atkins,
yep.
Maybe?
6-1 start South Webster, and Meadowbrook wants to talk about. Open set. Timeout for Meadowbrook. 6-1 our score. South Webster leading, and talking about wanting a quick start. I don't think you could ask any more from the Jeeps.
I tell you what, you need to be ready, and the Jeeps have come out and they are ready. They've really not made any mistakes to talk about. So doing a nice job.
So South Webster up 6-1. They come out of the timeout. One of the recent ace serves was an overpass by the libero Miley Arnold. But that's
that was a serving mistake. It's the only point I think South Webster's made a mistake. So their serving's been really good.
6-1 Jeeps, and we're ready to go here. Courtesy of the officials giving us a full 60 seconds during the timeout. And we're ready to go again. 6-1 South Webster lead. Claxton to serve. Launder passes tight to the net, and a kill by Camden Black, and she kind of tooled the South Webster blocker to get that.
Good athletic move there.
6-2. Arnold back to serve for the Colts. Nice pass. Little tip, keeping it alive. Going out of the middle. Solid attack by the middle for Meadowbrook. That's Kendall Cannon. Takes it 6-3.
Hey, what's the toughest thing about broadcasting volleyball is getting those numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't get a direct shot normally. You have to keep moving around to wait till they move. And stats are not the easiest.
Pass by the Jeeps, leading 6-3. That set was tight to the net, and on the attack, Michaela Raynard really had no play on it. Hit into the net, makes it 6-4.
Good timeout.
So an error by the Jeeps. Their 5-point lead down to 2. That pass tight to the net, kept alive, and free ball by Meadowbrook. An overpass by the Jeeps. Now out of the middle on the attack. Again, that's Kendall Cannon with a kill. Well, from just a couple of quick glances, Tom, you can't give her the opportunity to swing away out of the middle because that's almost instant every time.
Yeah, she goes after it with a lot of confidence, and that's what it takes.
6-5 the score. South Webster's 5-point lead down to 1. Claxon going outside on the attack. Dug up there by Launder. Now on the outside, Black with the attack. Roll shot by the Jeeps, kept alive, and we get a whistle. That's going to be a lift on the South Webster middle. Natalie Atkins. Natalie tried to go up and palm it down, but the referee said it came to rest on her hands. Can't do that. 6-6 tie. Deep serve, popped up. This will be another swing away. Dug up back there by Launder. Here's Black out of the middle. Kept alive by the Jeeps. Claxon deals it over. Now again out of the middle. Cannon swinging away. Camden.
So what, since that timeout, they really have turned it around here.
Check that Cannon. Kendall Cannon with her third kill. And now 7-1 Meadowbrook. So they're on a run right now. Arnold with the serve. Going outside, swinging away. That's Zimmerman. Dug up by the Colts. Kept alive here by the Jeeps. Back setting. Dug up there by Arnold. Back row attack goes in the net. That was Launder trying to back row attack. Hitting error makes it 7-7.
That's about all she had left and made a good effort.
Mia Crum checks in for South Webster. Nice serve. Coming out of the attack off the middle. Dug up there by Claxon. Now Claxon gets it back, and a back row attack cools the blocker, and Bella gets her first kill. 8-7 Jeeps. Still serving South Webster. A little tough on the pass there, but shoots it over. Back row attack off the block and a kill. That's Claxon again. Bella with her second kill, 9-7 Jeeps.
That ball was tipped and elevated.
Addison Claxon, the libero, on the 3-0 serving run here. Passed up there by Arnold. Going outside, off the block, and a kill. That is Camden Black. Her second kill makes it 9-8 South Webster.
Well, we got some size out there. Again, we weren't given a lot of the heights, but they've got Meadowbrook's got some big people on that front line.
Ella Jeffries with the serve, tight to the net, and that's kept alive by the Jeeps. Going outside for Black, swinging away. Dug up there by Kaltenbach. Colts now, again on the attack. Black off the block and a kill. Third kill by Camden Black, and we're even at 9-all. Ella Jeffries still serving, and she hits it in the net. Point, South Webster. Jeeps back up 10-9. Going back to serve for the Jeeps. Zimmerman, and a 1-point lead. Also, Riley Raynard checks into the match for the Jeeps. Back set, off the block on the attack there by Cannon. Now a back row attack by Bella Claxon. Nice dig by the Colts. Swinging away, Claxon with another dig. Outside swinging away, Michaela Renner dug up by the Colts. Black on the outside attack, tried to roll shot and pulled it right into the net. A hitting error gives the Jeeps an 11-9 lead.
Well, that set was a little behind her, just enough off balance, and she tried to make a finesse shot out of it and just didn't quite get it finished.
Zimmerman with a serve. Nice pass up to the net. They go to Cannon. Blocked by the Jeeps. In on that one, I believe, was Mia Crum. Jeeps up 12-9.
Bernard was also right there, too, so they had a couple people right on top of it.
When you got that double block, you give them both an assist. Claxon with the dig. Addison Claxon, now a roll shot by Raynard. Kept alive, back and forth it goes. Here comes the back set on the attack, blocked in play by the Jeeps, and then shot over by, that looks like Jeffrey. She just kind of shot it down the line and got the kill.
Yeah, from my angle, I thought it was out, but it obviously was not.
Cuts the Jeeps lead to 12-10. Opening set if you're just tuning in. This is Camden Black with the serve and an ace. That thing, like a knuckleball, dropped right after going over the net.
That definitely did go down.
12-11. Jeeps lead cut down to 1 again. Black again with a jump serve. Zimmerman with a pass. Claxon going into the middle. Dug up there by Jeffries. Now the outside attack. Dug by Zimmerman. Out of the middle, and the lefty, Mia Crum, hits it in the net. Hitting error. We're tied at 12. The time it's been a story of runs here. South Webster gets a lead, and then the Colts come right back, and then Camden serves it in the net.
We had started off with some strong serving, but there's been quite a few serving errors here of late, so that can cost you a set.
Riley Renner with a serve. Out of the middle, and a off-speed shot by Sichna. She gets the kill. Taylor Sichna, her first kill, 13-all. Looked like she was going to go and drop the hammer on it, and she pulled the string at the last minute for the changeup. 13-all.
It's going to make you feel good when you do that.
Cannon with the serve. Outside, Bella Claxon. That will not come over the net. A hitting error, and that gives Meadowbrook a 14-13 lead.
Well, we thought it would be close, and so far it's been just that.
Kendall Cannon again with a serve for the Colts. Long out of bounds. 14-all.
A lot of serving errors here of late. I don't know if you get fired up one way, and then you got to slow down and regroup, and seems like they're having a rough time shutting those engines down when they get back there to serve.
Need that Jake break like their semis have. Serve goes in and hits the line. Mia Crum went cross court. It found the line for the ace. 15-14 Jeeps. Set 1, 15-14 South Webster.
Wow.
Deep serve out of bounds. So an ace followed by a service error ties it at 15.
We might be here all night tonight, guy. We're just beginning here.
Taylor Sichna to serve for the Colts. Passed up by Zimmerman. Claxon shoots set, and that's tipped over. Colts keeping alive tight to the net. Dug up. Overpass, and then right there to put it back down is Megan DeVillas for the kill. Her first.
Meadowbrook's front line's really, really tough. They've got size, but they're very, very agile, very athletic.
16-15 Meadowbrook. Nice serve. Pass by Zimmerman. Claxon. Back setting, swinging away. Sichna kept it alive. This will be a roll shot for the Colts. Goes down the line. Zimmerman with a dig. Coming outside on the attack. Riley Raynard out of bounds. Point. Meadowbrook. 17-15 Colts. And that will lead to a Claxon timeout. We're in the opening set. Our score, Meadowbrook 17, South Webster 15. This is high school tournament volleyball, the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you. We're ready to go after that South Webster timeout. Sichna still serving for Meadowbrook, leading South Webster 17-15, and that's an ace.
Great serve.
She went back with that serve as far as she can go, and it dropped right down in front of the back line. 18-15 Meadowbrook. After South Webster got out to a 6-1 lead. Another deep serve. That one goes long out of bounds. Point South Webster. 18-16, Jeeps within 2. South Webster making a substitution here. Coming in to serve Lauren Coltenbach. 2-point Meadowbrook lead. South Webster to serve, trailing by 2. Opening set. Deep pass popped up by Jeffries. Now on the attack from the outside, dug up by Addison Claxon. Zimmerman with a roll shot in the net. Point for Meadowbrook.
Timing there was way off. She was hitting that ball and way down. Way down they hit it.
19-16 Meadowbrook. This is Carly Launder to serve. Pass by Zimmerman up to Bella Claxon. Out of the middle. Dug up back there by the Colts. Now in the middle attack, blocked in play by South Webster. Black on the outside, off the block for the kill. 4 kills by Camden Black. 20-16 Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook with the 20-16 lead. And Darcy Claxon wants to use another timeout. 20-16 the score. Mike Smith and Tom Beard with you live on Southern Ohio Sports Authority. Good to have you with us. First of a doubleheader. Later tonight we have Wheelersburg, who was the number 1 seed in the Southeast District, against number 2 seed Edina. This South Webster club was the number 3 seed in the Southeast District.
Well, one thing about it, when you have that, there was no big surprises. Those teams that you expect to do well did well. And when you look at this, the serving, we got 3 aces here now by Southwestern, 2 aces by Meadowbrook. But there's been a lot of service errors. But when you're aggressive, you're going to have that. But I think it's been a little bit more than what you would think, really.
DeVillas on the front row for South Webster, along with Black and Jeffries. And Launder to serve with that 4-point lead. Again, this is the opening set. 25 win by 2. Launder serves. Deep. Popped up by Zimmerman. Now Zimmerman will attack from the outside. Blocked in play by the Colts. Comes right back. Claxon going deep. Dug up there by the Colts. Now Black on the outside. Dug up by Coltenbach. Tipped over by the Jeeps. Out of the middle. Deep attack. Dug up again by Coltenbach. Now out of the middle with a great attack, but kept alive by the Colts. Back and forth we go. Here comes the Colts. Black on the left side attack. Dug up again by the Jeeps. Claxon tips it deep for the kill.
Great hustle.
Bella Claxon.
Yeah, what a shot. Nice shot.
20-17. Jeeps within 3. It was just kind of back and forth close in the net, and Bella showing her volleyball IQ, saying, everybody sucked in. I'm going deep.
Well, I think spectators thought it was over a couple times, but the players didn't.
Claxon to serve. Pass by Norman. Going outside to Black. Blocked, and that's going out of bounds. That's a kill for Camden Black. Her 5th kill. 21-17, Meadowbrook.
They have Black at 5'9", is what they say listed, but she looks taller than that to me.
Back to serve for Meadowbrook is Arnold. Back setting. And Atkins hits it in the net. Point for Meadowbrook. 22-17 Colts.
There's not much Southwestern can do here to stop the bleeding except perform.
Again on the serve is Miley Arnold. Addison Claxon with a pass, the tip, and a block by Black. 23-17.
Black's feeling it.
23-17 Meadowbrook on the Camden Black block. Arnold again to serve. Pass by Zimmerman. Coming outside, Zimmerman swinging away, and a deep shot for the kill. That's her 2nd. 23-18. Meadowbrook up by 5. Addison Claxon, the freshman. Libero back to serve. There's Addison serve. Ace!
Wow.
23-19. Well, they got a long way to go still, but that's a start. 2 in a row.
Tell you what, that can really make things happen.
Down to 4-point deficit for South Webster. Addison Claxon again to serve. Tight to the net on the serve receive, kept alive. Now outside Zimmerman swinging away. Dug up by Camden. Back row attack in the net by the Colts. Point. South Webster, 23-20.
It's a game of momentum, and right now Southwestern caught on to some, but they still find themselves in a tough spot.
Coach Zender still has another timeout. Darcy Claxton out of timeouts for the first set. And a bad contact, double contact on the setter, and Zender wants the timeout. Set number 1, South Webster 20, or actually Meadowbrook 23, South Webster 21. You're watching high school tournament volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Carlos. First time setting foot inside a tattoo shop. Second picture his daughter has posted to her story. Third check on his bucket list. And 4 years of cancer-free checkups at OhioHealth.
If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar Rewards Card, too. We also believe in being a...
Mike Smith and Tom Beard back with you out of the timeout. Meadowbrook, 23. South Webster, 21. South Webster's Addison Claxton to serve. Black with the pass. Set tight to the net. Dug up by the Jeeps. Pushed right back over. It's kept alive. Free ball by Meadowbrook. Here come the Jeeps. Backside attack down the line for the kill. Michaela Raynard.
Well, they found some success, and they just continue to pound it. Doing a great job right now.
23-22. South Webster has cut that big 23-17 deficit to 1. Here comes the Colts attack. Swinging away. And that's going to be a kill. And a big one for Kendall Cannon. Her 4th. And now we're at set point, 24-22, Meadowbrook. South Webster trying to break serve here. Outside attack, Zimmerman swinging away. She finds the deep middle for the kill. 24-23.
Well, they're playing like you would expect 23-2 to play. And they're not giving up, hanging right in there.
Zimmerman back to serve, trying to even it at 24. It's still set point for Meadowbrook. Black with the pass. Back setting. Swinging away, and it's a kill for Cannon to put it away. 25-23, Meadowbrook. After a strong start by South Webster, they found themselves down by several, but fought to get right back in it, only to see Meadowbrook win it 25-23. Stay with us. Set 2's coming up. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Buying a car from the wrong dealership can leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Yuck!
But it's our mission at Glockner to make car buying a piece of cake.
Hooray!
Maybe it's our fast, friendly sales process, or that we don't play games with the numbers we show you. You'll get a detailed proposal with full disclosure on your purchase that makes sense. No tricks or hidden fees. Plus, stop by any Glockner location for a 15-minute KBB vehicle appraisal, and we'll give you big cash for your vehicle same day, even if you don't buy one from us. And for this month only, new and pre-owned vehicle buyers get their first oil change for free. That's piece of cake car buying. We make it easy at Glockner.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard, Mike Sy, Dewey Daly, our producer. 25-23 Meadowbrook in that first set. If you joined us late, South Webster got out to a 6-1 lead, only to see Meadowbrook go on a 6-0 run for the lead at 7-6. Kind of went back and forth for a while until South Webster had a 12-9 lead. Webster then saw Meadowbrook go on a 4-0 run for the lead. It was either tied or one or the other up by one. Then Meadowbrook got some distance at 23-17. Looked like they were going to put it away, but South Webster battled back to within 24-23 before Meadowbrook put it away.
You know, key times, I think the front line of Meadowbrook has really caused the Jeeps some problems. But again, they show the fight. When you look at the serving side of it, South Webster with 4 team aces, 2 from Meadowbrook. But that front line, they've got some size there, and it doesn't seem to go away. Even in the rotation, when they bring someone else in, you got a lot of size. So I think that's caused some issues.
So Meadowbrook will serve first here in set 2, leading 1-0. Getting ready. This is Carly Launder to start it off for the Colts in set 2. Leading 1-0. Come the Jeeps outside Zimmerman. Off the block for the kill. Schuyler with 4 kills, 1-0 South Webster.
Nice set that time, right where she needed to be.
Schuyler is getting a workout. There's no question she has had the majority of South Webster's attacks here in the first set and 1 point. Bella Claxon to serve for the Jeeps. Nice serve. Coming out of the middle, deep shot out of bounds. Hitting error by Megan DeVillas. 2-0 Jeeps.
That resembles the beginning of the first set.
I think I've seen this before. Claxon with a serve and an ace. Ace serve. 3-0 South Webster.
That's her 3rd ace of the match. 5th team ace.
Claxon again. Deep serve, Launder with the pass. Back setting, swinging away. Dug up by the Jeeps. Outside attack, pushing it deep. That's dug up by the Colts of Meadowbrook. Now outside to Black, swinging away, and it did not clear the net. 4-0 Jeeps.
It's amazing how these games go, how these sets go.
First set went to Meadowbrook, 24-23. Serve received by the Colts. Now on a back set and a hammer by Megan DeVillas for the kill.
She
4-1.
Put the hammer on that one. Not a lot of question.
Back to serve is Meadowbrook. Now here come the Jeeps. Attack out of the middle. Dug up by Meadowbrook. On the attack, Black kept alive by the Jeeps. Back row attack coming from Coltenbach. Now coming out of the middle, a rocket shot dug up there by Addison Claxon. Tipped over by the setter. Kept alive by Bella Claxon. Now Bella's attack from the back row, wide out of bounds. And that's a point for Meadowbrook. Makes it 4-2 South Webster. So after a 4-0 start by the Jeeps, Meadowbrook is countered with 2 in a row. Arnold with a serve. Back setting and down the line with the attack, Natalie Atkins.
Tell you what, though, both squads are really moving well. And how many times have you mentioned free ball in this match? Not very much.
Not much.
I mean, you've got people that they're making an effort where a lot of times they'll turn their back and do a free ball. You don't see that here today.
Here come the Colts. Black block.
Wow, good job.
And on that one, Michaela Raynard.
Yeah, Michaela, right, just a sophomore, right there. She looks like she's 5'9", 5'10". She's got some size as well.
6'2" South Webster. Addison Claxon serving again. Going outside on the attack, and a no-doubter there by Kendall Cannon. That's 5 kills for Cannon. Cuts it to 6'3" South Webster.
Kendall said, you keep throwing that steak up like that, I'm going to just eat it alive, and she did.
6-3 South Webster. Meadowbrook back to serve. This is Jeffries. Out of the middle, tip, dug up by Jeffries. Now outside it goes to Sichna, dug up by the Jeeps. Zimmerman on the outside, swinging away and a block.
Guess who?
Miss Cannon. 6-4. Off the Cannon block. South Webster lead cut to 2. Overpass on the serve receive, and Black was right there with the kill.
Boy, that overpass. It's kind of like a changeup. You just floated over the net, and an ideal setup. Sometimes they'll get a little anxious on those kinds, but she finished it.
6-5. South Webster lead cut to 1. Serve receive. Colton Bach pops it up. Zimmerman with a roll shot. Almost found the floor. Joust at the net, and a block by Michaela Raynard rather, for the .75 to score.
Carly Launder that time just made a really great effort to get that ball in the air.
Raynard with a block. 7-5 South Webster. Zimmerman to serve. Black with the pass. Jeffries on the outside attack. Cannon again with a kill.
She's
Starting to sound like a broken record.
Well, she's not only 5'10", but she's a strong athlete, big girl.
Black to serve from Meadowbrook, trailing by 1. On the outside, swinging away for the kill is Riley Raynard. So Riley, I think that's her first kill. 8-6 Jeeps. 2-point South Webster lead. Michaela Raynard with the serve, and it finds the hole for an ace. Michaela Raynard took a little off of it that time and dropped it right in the campfire. 9-6 South Webster.
Nice shot.
Again to serve. Colts on the attack. That's Cannon. Blocked in play by South Webster, and then they shoot it deep. Zimmerman with a dig. Out of the middle, and a hitting error by Mia Crum. Cuts the lead to 9-7.
Well, Mia's a southpaw, as you can see there, and she just didn't quite get it at the top.
Kendall Cannon back to serve from Meadowbrook. A deep one. Popped up. Have to tip this one deep in the corner. Outside attack, swinging deep. And that dig attempt goes out of bounds. So on the kill, looks like Launder.
That's a tough dig there. That was about shoulder high, and boy, that's a tough one to control.
9-8 South Webster lead, now down to 1 again. Bella Claxon takes something off of that one, kept alive. Now out of the middle on the attack is Megan DeVillas with a kill. Her third, tied at 9. Well, the Jeeps got leads of 4-0, 6-2, 9-6, and now it's 9-9. Cannon to serve. Claxon with the pass. Back setting. Roll shot. Dug up by the Colts. Coming outside, swinging away. Launder dug up. This will be a down ball from the back row by Black. Addison Claxon with the dig, swinging away out of the middle. Kept alive by Meadowbrook. Great defensive play. Here come the Jeeps again. Outside attack by Riley Raynard. Dug up there by Cannon. Back setting, Sichna. Dug up by Michaela Raynard. Two-hand dump shot by the Jeeps. Tight to the net on the overpass. Colts keep it alive. Back and forth we go. Bella Claxon finds the deep corner with that left-hand shot.
Tell you what, great volleyball here. Both teams making great efforts.
Bella Claxon, 4 kills, 10-9, South Webster up by 1. Natalie Atkins rotates back to the front row for South Webster. Crum with a serve. Black with the pass. Now swinging down the line is Megan DeVillas with a kill. She's starting to heat up.
Well, did you see that effort she made? It's almost like she double clutched on that and just built power into the hit and placed it where she wanted to.
Sichner with a serve. And that's going to be an ace. The pass from Zimmerman. Claxon had no chance on it, and Meadowbrook takes a 1-point lead, 11-10.
Essentially, that's her second.
Serving again. Outside attack coming from Atkins. Dug up by Black of Meadowbrook. Tight to the net. Blocked in play by South Webster. Tipped over by the Colts. Joust at the net, and it's going to be won by Carly Launder of Meadowbrook.
Carly's, they say Carly's 5'8", so if she's 5'8", you look at her teammates beside her there. They got some size.
12-10, the serve receive popped up. They are out of system. Free ball by South Webster. Here come the Colts. Dumped over. Great effort there by the setter, Ella Jeffries, and South Webster wants to talk about it. Timeout Jeeps. Meadowbrook up 1-0 and leading South Webster 13-10 in set 2. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith and Tom Beard, we're back. Sitchner with a serve. 13-10 Meadowbrook lead. Outside attack from South Webster, blocked in play by Meadowbrook. South Webster has to free ball. Back setting, swinging away, dug up there by Zimmerman. Back row attack, roll shot by Raynard. Kept alive. Now here come the Colts. Blocked in play by South Webster. They shoot it over on the second contact. Now out of the middle with a tip shot. Dug up by Jeffries of Meadowbrook. Roll shot again, that time dug up by Raynard. Back and forth we go. Back setting, and a tip shot in for the kill, Megan DeVillas.
Nice finesse shot there. Put it right on that sideline. Very difficult to get to.
14-10 Meadowbrook for DeVillas. That's 5 kills. Sitchner serving again, hits the net and drops straight down for the ace. 15-10 Meadowbrook.
Her third ace of the match.
Momentum swinging towards the Colts right now. 15-10 lead in set 2, leading 1-0. Addison Claxton with a pass. Bella Claxton with a set. And on the block, it came right back and caught Atkins. 16-10.
Now Jefferson, DeVille both right there on that block and playing pretty well.
6-point Meadowbrook lead. Sitchner to serve. Claxton back setting for Michaela Raynard. Dug up back there by Jeffries. Outside attack coming from Launder, and that's not coming back. Carly Launder with her third kill, and now a 17-10 lead by Meadowbrook. And Darcy Claxton of South Webster has to use her second timeout of the set. That's all she gets per set. 17-10, Meadowbrook leading. If you're joining us late, Meadowbrook won the first set, 25-23. And obviously Meadowbrook aiming to go up 2-0 if they can pull this out. And Darcy's over there. She's letting her kids know, hey, they came back on us in that first set. Let's turn the trick on them.
I'll tell you what, though, it's they're going to have the work cut out for them. They're a very tough squad, and pass the ball well. They handle the ball well. Got a lot of activity on defense on both sides of the ball. Both teams are playing hard. So serving here, again, Meadowbrook with 4 team serves, aces, and Sitchner with Taylor with 3 aces herself. So when she's back there still serving.
17-10 lead for Meadowbrook. In the worst way right now, the Jeeps need a side out. Break the serve here if at all possible. Here we go, 17-10 Meadowbrook up 1-0. Sitchner with a serve deep. Claxton, outside attack, and that's blocked.
Wow.
DeVillas.
She was right there.
18-10, Meadowbrook. For DeVillas, that's her first block. Another tough serve. Tipped over by Claxton. That's going to be a kill.
Good placement that time.
Stops the bleeding at least. 18-11. For Bella, that's her 5th kill. And coming in to serve will be Lauren Kaltenbach for the Jeeps.
Serving all important here. She needs to make something happen.
Kaltenbach with the serve. A tough one. Coming up on the outside. Attack dug up there by Kaltenbach. Now going outside. A tip. It's out of bounds outside the antenna on Zimmerman's attack. Point Meadowbrook. 19-11 in favor of the Colts. Carly Launder back to serve. Zimmerman with a pass. Out of the middle on the attack, and a dandy by Natalie Atkins for the point.
Yeah, Natalie got all that. Great set, and she didn't waste it. She took advantage of it.
19-12 Meadowbrook. 3rd kill for Atkins. Outside, whoop. Second contact was a double by the setter for Meadowbrook. That's a point for the Jeeps, 19-13. And Bella Claxon still serving. Tough serve. But nice serve receive. And the attack is long out of bounds. Point Jeeps, 19-14.
Meadowbrook, I think, won the tip there, but didn't appear there was any change in that ball.
Bella Claxon, just a junior. Serving again. Black swings over out of the middle to try to little roll shot, and it went right in the net. 19-15 Meadowbrook. 4-0 run right here for South Webster. Claxon again to serve. A dandy. Nice job by the Colts to get it up off the ground. And then on the attack by Black, blocked out of bounds. Point Meadowbrook. 7 kills for Camden Black.
Yeah, Camden was a little quiet there for a while, but she woke up there.
20-15 Meadowbrook. Serving is Jeffries, and it's contacted by the Jeeps. That's an ace. 21-15. Miley Arnold on the ace. Again to serve. Zimmerman on the overpass, kept alive. Zimmerman with the outside attack, rolling it down the line, dug up back there by the Colts. Tipped over. Here come the Jeeps. Out of the middle. Block! Wow.
Well, they've controlled that net, a big part of this match.
Cannon with the block off the South Webster attack, 22-15 Meadowbrook. And an ace. Arnold with the ace serve, 23-15.
6 team aces for Meadowbrook and 6 team aces for South Webster.
Colts 2 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. South Webster trying to dig in here. Zimmerman with a pass. Out of the middle on the attack. Dug up by Launder. Outside attack by Black. Outside the antenna. Out of bounds. Hitting air makes it 23-16. South Webster cuts it to 7.
Well, Southwestern find themselves in the same place they did in the first set. And you get down and rally scoring, it's tough to get that separation.
Addison Claxon with a nice serve, tipped over by the setter. Kept alive by the Jeeps, but it won't come back. The dig attempt went right into the net. That makes it set point, 24-16 Meadowbrook. Set point. Trying to get a 2-0 lead in the match. Served by Jeffries. Out of the middle. Shoots it to the corner. Dug up back there by Launder. Going deep, Claxon to Claxon. Tip shot. And a pancake by Meadowbrook to keep it alive. Claxon going deep, and another kill by Bella Claxon. Her 6th. They stay alive, 24-17. But still set point for Meadowbrook. Bella, again, seeing that Colts defense sucked up inside because everything was short, and she went long. Zimmerman with a serve. Outside, it's going to be a down ball. Addison Claxon with the pass. Now outside on the swing, and a kill. Riley Raynard. second kill for Riley, 24-18.
Lady Jeeps are fighting hard. Again, they've just been in a position where it's really tough to fight back when you're down that many points.
And one of the Meadowbrook players, I don't know if she hit her elbow or what, but she's seems to be shaken up. And it's possible that she might have even hit her head. She's been holding her hand to her head. So, yeah, I don't know if she, when she went down for that dig, whether she conked her head or not, but she's subbed out for 24-18, still set point. Here's Zimmerman's serve. Coming out of the middle on the tip shot, Bella Claxon with a dig. Now Bella attacking from the back row and finds the open spot for her 7th kill, 24-19.
Tell you what, Lady Jeeps don't go away. They play tough. Timeout.
Timeout. Meadowbrook. Since we're still at set point, we'll hold it right here. 24-19 in favor of the Colts, leading South Webster, who beat the Jeeps 25-23 in set 1. Trying to make it a 2-0 lead if they can get one more point. But South Webster, as Tom said, they're battling back. They were down 24-17, and they've scored 2 straight. Some of the stats just quickly. Camden Black of Meadowbrook, 7 kills, 6 for Kendall Cannon, 5 for DeVillas. And the Jeeps led by Bella Claxton with 7, 4 for Skylar Zimmerman, and 3 for Natalie Atkins.
Yeah, looking at aces, we have 6 team aces by South Webster, 6 team aces also from Meadowbrook. You got Bella Claxton with 3 for South Webster and 1 apiece for Crum, Addison Claxton, and Menard. And looking at Meadowbrook, they have 3 by Sisna, blew that one, Taylor, Arnold Miley with 2, and Camden Black with 1.
Still set point for Meadowbrook, 24-19. Zimmerman of South Webster with a serve. Black on the pass. Now Black gets it back,
wow,
a rocket shot.
Whoa.
A dig attempt by Addison Claxon goes out of bounds. Black with her 8th kill gives Meadowbrook the 25-19 set 2 win and a 2-0 lead on South Webster. The Jeeps now in a must-win situation as we come up on set 3. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Carlos. First time setting foot inside a tattoo shop. Second picture his daughter has posted to her story. Third check on his bucket list. And 4 years of cancer-free checkups at OhioHealth.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, our producer, Dewey Daly, back with you at Logan High School. And right now, South Webster not in the enviable position being down 2-0. And you got to win 3 to move on at this point.
I'll tell you what, that's a lot of pressure, but at least you have the opportunity. We've seen it before. We've seen it in situations where you say, but this thing's over, but it's not over till it is over. And someone said that. But Meadowbrook, very nice club. Mm-hmm. They do a lot of things right. In the rotation, you don't see a lot of difference when one comes in, the other one goes out. It seems like they're very consistent and do a nice job. The Jeeps have a limited number of players. They have a small roster in comparison. And they played really, really hard, fought back. But this Meadowbrook team's for real.
So South Webster will serve first to start set 3. Again, down 2-0. You got to win 3 straight to move on. And this Jeeps club, they've had some high spots in the match tonight. gotten off to some early leads in both sets, but then here comes Meadowbrook, and it's like a runaway train when they get rolling.
Yeah, it's really kind of amazing. Like you said, they've gotten off to, which is what you want to. You want to get off to a good start, and they've done that in both sets. But this Meadowbrook team is very smooth and has finished it both times pretty successfully.
Don't forget, this is the first of a doubleheader. We have Wheelersburg and Edina coming up later tonight here on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority.
And those two teams have matched up against each other already this year, and 24-1 and 23-2. I can't imagine it not being a good match.
Serving first for the Jeeps will be Lauren Kaltenbach to start set 3. There's Kaltenbach's serve going deep. Played back there by Arnold. Outside attack, DeVillas, dug up by Addison Claxon. Now out of the middle, swinging away, dug up by Arnold. Outside attack, dug up by Addison Claxon. Zimmerman with a roll shot deep. Arnold with a dig. Now coming out of the middle, DeVillas. One-arm dig there by Claxon. Black with the pass. Again, DeVillas out of the middle. Dug up again by Michaela Raynard. Tight to the net. Taken over. Dug up there by Norman. Tip shot at the net. South Webster keeps it alive. Now Zimmerman swinging away. Deep middle for the kill. Her 5th. 1-0 Jeeps.
Tough rally. Webster comes out on top. So South Webster doing a good job there.
Kaltenbach to serve. 1-0 Jeeps in set 3. Losing 25-23 and 19 in the first 2 sets. Another tough serve and an ace. Coming high and hard, and Miley Arnold unable to play it. 2-0 Jeeps. In South Webster, Division 4 last year, got all the way to the Final 4 for the first time in school history in volleyball. Another tough serve, but that one just out of bounds long. 2-1. Jeeps lead cut to 1. Going back from Meadowbrook. Got a mystery player, Tom. They got a number 12, and I don't have one on the roster. Zimmerman outside, attack for the kill.
Who's a mystery person?
Skyler with her 3rd kill, makes it 3-1. Jeeps. Yeah, I got 11, 13, and 15, but no number 12.
You got the information in the same place I got mine.
Well, I got right. I even talked to the coach to double check. Nice serve. And that's going to be a violation. Black on that second contact went to the deck, and she slid clear under the net. You can't go completely over the line, which she did. So 4-1 Jeeps.
For the 3rd time, this is how it started. Every set has started this way.
Bella Claxon with the change-up serve drops for the ace. 5-1 lead.
That's her 4th ace. You know, when you're getting that much success, you really got an athletic mind. What's my next step? How am I going to approach it? And she's got 4 aces back her. She obviously knows what she's doing.
Carly Launder, who was the injured player, she comes back in for the mystery gal that we couldn't get a name on. Here's Black with the attack. Oh, my.
Wow.
Straight down the chute.
Yeah, great extension, great set, and that timing, it was just perfect.
5-2 South Webster for Camden Black. That is 8 kills. That thing went straight down. Addison Claxon with the set, and bad set by Bella forced a free ball. Black again with the attack and another kill.
It's like another day at the office. Very good athlete.
Correction on Black. Now she has 10 kills. I said she had 8 a moment ago. She actually had 9. Now she's got 10 kills. 5-3 South Webster. Tough serve. Zimmerman with a pass. And a little combination run there, and it's going to be a kill. I believe it might have been Michaela Raynard that actually got the kill.
Yeah, I think so too.
As they faked Adkins on the quick and then went out to Michaela. 6-3 South Webster. Addison Claxon to serve. Nice pass. Back setting for Black. Deep, out of bounds. Point, South Webster, 7-3 Jeeps.
That time just a little bit too far under the ball.
Addison serving again with a 4-point lead. Pass up the target. Now on the attack. Addison Claxton with the dig. Now swinging on the outside. Out of bounds wide.
Well, you got to be assertive and aggressive there, and she put it right on that where she thought would be in, but just about a volleyball out of the line on the sideline there.
Michaela trying to go up the line, went wide, and then on the return serve by Ella Jeffrey, she serves it in the net. 8-4 Jeeps. Back to serve is Skylar Zimmerman, subbing in for the Jeeps. That's Riley Raynard replacing Kaltenbach. Zimmerman with the serve. Nice pass up the target. Platform set, going back to Black, dug up by Addison Claxton, chased down, great effort, but it's going to go out of bounds. 8-5. And now Black to serve. Nice serve by Black. Zimmerman with the pass. Back setting, swinging away, blocked in play by the Meadowbrook Colts. Batted back over. Here come the Jeeps swinging away again. Dug up again by Black. Back setting for Sitchna. Blocked in play by the Jeeps. Now on the attack, Riley Raynard, that goes out of bounds wide. Point Meadowbrook cuts it to 8-6.
Tough break there. She had the right idea. Cross court. Just a little long.
8-6. Jeeps lead of 4, now down to 2. Zimmerman with a pass, and it was tight to the neck. Yeah. Bella tried to tip it over on the run, but right there waiting on her was Cannon, and she stuffed it. 8-7. Jeeps lead cut to 1. Black again with a nice serve. Overpass on the attack, dug up again by Crum. Back row roll shot there by Addison Claxton. Now Sitchna with a rocket shot dug up, and as it came back for Cannon, she put it away. 7 kills for Cannon, tied at 8. 8-8, a 4-0 run right here by the Colts of Meadowbrook. Deep serve, popped up. Outside attack coming from Riley Raynard. Dug up by Launder. Now Sitchna. And that's going to be a block and a point for South Webster, 9-8. Looked like Riley Raynard was in that area along with Crum. 1-point lead for the Jeeps. Back to serve Michaela Raynard. On the outside, and that is out of bounds long. Nope, the other line judge says it was tipped by a South Webster blocker. So that'll be a kill for Cannon. Her 8th, ties it at 9.
When you look at their offensive punch there, they really have a lot of people involved in it.
Tough serve deep. Nice pass by Addison Claxton. Now Bella Claxton on the outside deep, out of bounds. Meadowbrook with a 10-9 lead. Still serving Kendall Cannon. Deep. Another nice pass by Addison Claxton. Back setting. Riley Raynard on the attack, dug up by the Colts. Another dig by the Jeeps. Attack by Raynard. Dug up by Black. Going outside. Attack by Launder. And that's going to be a lift on South Webster. 11-9 Meadowbrook.
Did you see that?
I was looking down to mark my stat down, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good, but officials, that's why they're out there.
Bella Claxton with a roll shot, dug up by Black, tight to the net. And that's going to be put down by the Jeeps. Ties it at 11.
A little too tight to the net.
Or pardon me, 11 to 10.
Not much you can do with it.
Back to serve. And in the net goes Crum. Makes it a 12-10 Meadowbrook lead. Sitchna back to serve for Meadowbrook, up by 2. Leading 2-0. Tough serve. Zimmerman with a nice pass. Now in the tip shot. Dug up by DeVillens. And bad set with behind the 10-foot line, but They made a play on it. Claxon dumps it over, kept alive by the Colts. Now out of the middle on an off-speed shot. Natalie Atkins for the kill. Jeeps down by 1. 12-11. Addison Claxon back to serve. Subbing in for the Colts will be Mila Norman on the back row. Lauren Kaltenbach to serve for the Jeeps, trailing by 1. Out of the middle, swinging away. Launder dug up back there by the Jeeps, pushed over by Bella Claxon, comes right back to the Jeeps. Outside, swinging away, Zimmerman blocked in play by Meadowbrook. Tipped over by Claxon. Meadowbrook chases it down. They'll free ball it over to the Jeeps. Addison Claxon to Bella Claxon. On the hammer shot. Kill by Natalie Atkins. That was a laser beam.
Yeah.
12 all.
That thing was making a noise when it went across there. It was moving.
Can you say missile? 12 all. And the serve out of bounds by Kaltenbach gives Meadowbrook the lead back, 13-12.
Tough break there for South Webster. They needed to get that ball in play, and not the right time for a service error.
Launder to serve for the Colts. Zimmerman outside, down the line, out of bounds long. Point Meadowbrook.
Well, as this thing moves on in this third set, South Webster's got to be aggressive. And when you get that way, good things can happen, but also some bad things.
Colts take a 14-12 lead on South Webster. Again up 2 sets to nothing, 25-23 and 19 in the first 2. Zimmerman pops it up. Claxon chases it down. Now Zimmerman on a nice attack, dug up back there by Launder. Black with a roll shot down the line. Dug up by Michaela Raynard. Two-hand dump shot down the line, dug up by Black, pushed over on the second contact. Now here come the Jeeps, tipped over by Claxon, kept in play by the Colts. Black, outside attack, cross court, dug up, off the block and play by Atkins. Black again, kill.
Tell you what, Black wanted it that time. She said, just get me a set, and she's quite a player. But if you notice, all the way around, she's quite a player.
We have a timeout. Meadowbrook up 2 sets to nothing. Set 3, Meadowbrook 15, South Webster 12. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard, and our ace producer, Dewey Daly. You're the ace tonight. You know that, man. 15-12, Meadowbrook with the lead in set 3 and the serve. Zimmerman now gets it back on the attack. Dug up back there by Launder. Outside, Black. Blocked in play by the Jeeps. Whistle. Now they're going to say late, but probably the right call that Meadowbrook actually did not ever hit the ball over the net on Black's attack. So that's a point on a hitting error by Meadowbrook for South Webster, making it 15-13. Jeeps within 2. Bella Claxon to serve. Nice serve, but popped up by the Colts. Outside attack in the net by DeVillas, and the Jeeps are within 1. 15-14.
Great game.
Bella Claxon to serve. Jeeps within 1 point. Nice serve. It's going to be a back row roll shot out of bounds by Meadowbrook, and we're tied at 15. Here comes South Webster.
Coach Zinda, I think, thought about it, but no timeout yet.
Claxon serving for the Jeeps, tied at 15. Hit the net and dropped straight down for the ace. 16-15 Jeeps. That's when you know you're living right, Thomas.
Tell you what, that's her 5th ace.
Bella with a serve and a 1-point lead now after being down by 3. Black with a nice pass up to target. Tight to the net. Tipped over. And that's going to drop for the kill. No, they said Meadowbrook on the attack. DeVilla's went in the net. Point, Jeep, 17-15. And Meadowbrook wants to call timeout. We'll hold it here. 2-0 Meadowbrook in sets, but here in set 3 right now, the Jeeps on a 5-0 run to take a 17-15 lead.
Well, again, this team's been here all year. They're not going to give up now. And you got to go point by point. You can't worry about we're down 2. You just got to play in the moment. And right now they're doing pretty well in the moment.
Again, if you tuned in late, 25-23, 25-19 in the first 2 sets. Here in set 3, as they had in the first 2 sets, South Webster got early leads, only to see Meadowbrook rally. Meadowbrook had as much as a 3-point lead at 15-12, and as we said, the Jeeps right now on a 5-0 run.
Well, they've got back there serving who they want. Bella with 5 aces up to this point, and quite a player.
Bella Claxton to serve, 17-15 South Webster. Set 3 must-win situation for the Jeeps. Deep serve out of bounds long.
A good time out there for Meadowbrook. You know, it serves more than one purpose, and that's one of them.
17-16. Meadowbrook within 1. And Jeffries. Roll shot by Zimmerman. Rolled right down the net, but kept alive by the Colts. Now out of the middle. Miss Cannon goes back to work for the kill. 17-all.
Tell you what, though, Camden Black is very impressive. If you notice, defensively, offensively, she's wherever the action is, you normally find her being a part of it.
Kendall Cannon now with 8 kills. Arnold with the serve, tight to the net. Pushed over by the Jeeps. 17-all here in the set 3. Another rocket shot out of the middle by Kendall Cannon. That's 9 kills. 18-17 Colts of Meadowbrook. Again, to serve is Arnold. Zimmerman with a pass. Coming over, kept alive by the Colts. Black with a roll shot. Tipped over by Michaela Raynard. Now Black with a roll shot. Almost
Still
found
alive.
the hole, but kept alive by the Jeeps. On the overpass, dumped over, but the Jeeps bring it right back. That's Zimmerman on the outside, dug up by Black. Going to the middle, Cannon with the kill. She is just so strong, folks, that Natalie Atkins, with some height, just doesn't have the strength to stuff that ball back. She's blowing that attack right off the block, and that gives Meadowbrook a 19-17 lead, and Darcy Claxton calls a timeout. Mike Smith and Tom Beard with you here from Logan. Again, the Jeeps down 2-0 and trailing here 19-17 in set 3. Don't forget, coming up about 45 minutes after this match wraps up, we'll have the nightcap in the other semifinal, Wheelersburg against Adena. Wheelersburg 24-1. Their only loss came to South Webster as they were co-champs of the SOC Division II this year. And both of those, by the way, went 5 sets.
Right. Well, Coach Claxton has not had to call timeout up to this point, whereas the first 2 sets she had to call them early. At least she's got, I believe, another timeout to play with. That was her first, correct?
Yeah. So now, Meadowbrook, after seeing a 5-0 run go against them, they're on a run of their own for a 19-17 lead. Arnold with a serve. Addison Claxton up to his sister.
Wow.
Mishandled, but the
good job.
Kept it alive somehow. Now that's Black on the outside. Blocked by the Jeeps.
Is that Michaela?
I think it was Atkins and also Crum. They both get the assist on the double block. 19-18 Meadowbrook. Addison Claxton with a serve. Arnold pops it up. Roll shot dug up again by Addison Claxton. Coming on the quick attack and the kill.
Good job.
Michaela Raynard.
Coach Claxton with that timeout got their attention. Come out, do what needs to be done.
19 all. Michaela with her third kill. Again, all of our stats are unofficial. If you're keeping them at home for yourself. Outside, Black with the attack. Dug up there by the Jeeps. Now, deep shot down the line for another kill off of Michaela Raynard. Her fourth. Jeeps take a 20-19 lead. Addison Claxton still serving, now with a 1-point lead. Tough serve and an ace. 21-19.
Addison, second ace for her.
Pulling a rabbit out of the hat when you need it. 21-19 Jeeps.
That's what it's all about.
Another tough serve. Kept alive by the Colts. Back setting to Black. Blocked in play by the Jeeps. Now Cannon on the other side. Off the block. Kept alive. Nice effort back there by Kaltenbach. Out of the middle. Cannon with a rocket shot kill.
She's been tough to deal with. She's been really, really doing a nice job. And again, she's probably 5'10", 5'11", but she's very strong.
12 kills for Kendall Cannon. South Webster lead cut to 1, 21-20. Jeffries on the serve. Zimmerman tight to the net, trying to catch up to it, and Cinchner was there for the block. 21 all. Starts with a good serve receive, which they did not have there, and didn't leave their second or third contact people with much hope. 21 all. On the combination run and pulled out of bounds by Mia Crum, and now Meadowbrook with the lead, 22-21.
Coach Claxton thinking about it, but she doesn't want to use that timeout unless she just absolutely has to right now.
Outside attack by Zimmerman, cross-court shot kill, 22 all. Schuyler with 7 kills, 22-22. Zimmerman back to serve. Gotta have this one. You're down 2-0. Back on the front row, Riley Raynard for South Webster. Black on the pass. Now out of the middle. Cannon down the line for the kill.
Yeah, she's a handful.
23-22 Meadowbrook. Black to serve for the Colts. Pass by Zimmerman. Out of the middle on the attack and a block by Cannon. And it is match point for Meadowbrook, 24-22.
Cannon's playing with a lot of confidence.
Match point Meadowbrook, 24-22. Black with the serve. Going outside on the attack and in the net, Riley Raynard. And it's a 3-set sweep for Meadowbrook. 25-23, 25-19, 25-22. Stay with us when we come back. We'll run through the stats from match number 1 as Meadowbrook in a 3-set sweep over South Webster. You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Volleyball on the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Mike Smith, Tom Beard back at Logan High School with our producer Dewey Daly. Great effort by South Webster getting off to leads in each set, getting behind but battling back each time, but falling here in straight sets to a very, very tough Meadowbrook club, 25-23, 25-19, 25-22. If you joined us late, as we said, South Webster had early leads in each set, but then Meadowbrook seemed like in the late single digits, that's when they started to get back in the thing and take off and get a lead. But then South Webster would battle back each time, but falling short here in straight sets. Taking a look at our unofficial stats, first of all from Meadowbrook, I had Kendall Cannon with 13 kills and four blocks. Camden Black had 12 kills, 5 for Megan DeVillas, 3 for Carly Launder, 2 for Ella Jeffries, and 1 for Taylor Sitchna. For the Jeeps, they were led by Bella Claxton and Skylar Zimmerman with 7 kills each, 5 for Natalie Atkins, 4 for Michaela Raynard, 2 for Riley Raynard, and then Michaela had 2 blocks, and Mia Crum had 2. Tom?
Okay, looking first at Meadowbrook. When you talk about the digs, Miley Arnold with 18, Camden Black with 16, and Carly Launder with 15. Look at team aces. They had 6 team aces. They had 3 by Taylor Sitchna, Miley Arnold with 2, and Camden Black with 1. South Webster, they were led in digs by Addison Claxton with 18, 13 for Michaela Renard, 12 by Bella Claxton, 11 by Skylar Zimmerman, and 13 by Michaela Raynard. So they had 10 team aces. So the serving was not the issue tonight. Bella Claxton with 5 aces, Maya Crum with 1, Addison Claxton with 2, McKenna Raynard with 1, and Lauren Cottonbach with 1.
Anything in particular that you saw where things started to swing on the momentum side?
I think it's just the fact that I think Meadowbrook had a tremendously well designed front line work. They passed the ball well too on the serve receive. But I thought their power up front, their size, their power, I think it just kind of crippled South Webster a little bit. They played tough. South Webster did everything they could do. But this is a very, very nice ball club. And, of course, now they're going to be 24-2. But they do a lot of things right.
Again, the Meadowbrook Colts advance to the regional championship here Saturday at 2 o'clock, and they will play either Wheelersburg or Edina. We'll have that match coming up here in roughly a half hour or so on the Sports Authority. And we'll do just like we did in our first match, run through all of our key players as far as statistics and rosters and things of that nature. But in the meantime, run to the fridge, get you something cold to drink or maybe to eat, and come back in about a half hour when we tee it up again. Again, for Tom Beard and our studio, or actually on-site producer, Dewey Daly, for the Ohio high school volleyball tournaments at the regional level, Division III, you've been watching the Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth. I'm Mike Smith. Okay, you want to do whatever you got to do.
I'm going to go to bed.
Now's the time to do it.
I'm going to